This is Twit.
ExpressVPN, as you reminded our listeners, a sponsor of the Twit Network, has last Thursday announced that it would be removing all of its India-based VPN servers in response to a new cybersecurity directive issued by the Indian CERT, the Indian Computer Emergency Response Team. However, that doesn't necessarily mean, they said, that users of ExpressVPN will be out of luck. ExpressVPN wrote that, quote, "Rest assured, our users will still be able to connect to VPN servers that will give them Indian IP addresses and allow them to access the internet as if they were located in India."
How do they, I guess the pool, that's interesting.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah. As long as you were able to route those IPs.
But you could put a router there.
Not a server.
Else. Yeah. There you go. Yeah.
Right. So they said these virtual India servers will instead be physically located in Singapore and in the UK. Okay, so what happened? CERT India will be enforcing new controversial data retention requirements that are set to come into effect 3 weeks from today on June 27th. These new rules require VPN service providers to store subscribers' real names, contact details, and IP addresses assigned to them for at least 5 years. India's CERT stated that the user data being logged will only be requested for the purposes of cyber incident response, which of course could be anything, protective and preventative actions related to cyber incidents, unquote. So India CERT, after I'm sure a lot of pushback, they clarified that this rule does not apply to corporate and enterprise VPN solutions, and they're only aimed at those operators who provide proxy-like services to, quote, general internet subscribers/users, unquote. In other words, to any and all VPN service providers. In their statement, ExpressVPN said, the new data law intended to fight cybercrime is incompatible with the purpose of VPNs, which are designed to keep users' online activity private. The law is also overreaching and so broad as to open up the window for potential abuse. And in addition to the new rules, which are called cybersecurity directions, they also require firms to report incidents of security lapses, such as data breaches and ransomware attacks, within 6 hours of noticing them. You know, I think in the U.S., what was it, 72? So 6 hours in India. India's move has not only sparked privacy concerns, but has been criticized as ambiguous and overly broad, with many pointing out a lack of clarity on the scope of incidents that come under purview of this upcoming directive. Excuse me. In a statement, the Internet Freedom Foundation said, quote, such excessive requirements for collecting and handing over data will not just impact VPN service providers, but VPN users as well, harming their individual liberty and privacy. In the absence of sufficient oversight and a data protection framework to protect against misuse, such requirements have the potential to enable mass surveillance, which, you know, has got to be what's actually going on here. You know, and unfortunately, this feels more like the future which we're heading toward than the past we are receding from, or that is receding from us. You know, governments are increasingly becoming uncomfortable with the idea of having no means to surveil their citizens and others who reside within their borders. So, you know, the great decryption debate is far from over.